Road Dog. Hope everyone's doing all right tonight. Market seems to have gotten a little bit green, and we like a little green. I like a little green. Makes me feel so much better. Looking on the daily, you see the stacks had a nice come up today. Sweet. Oh, couple of live streams, we were talking about that one. Market cap on this one scared me off. Missed a good trade there, man. But some of you guys caught that. Good for you guys. Sweet went up a nice, what, at least 20% there. I&J, hard one to catch, under $6. Hard to catch in that mid 550 range. Caspa's looking better. Let's break on over to Bitcoin. I'm here on the 1 hour. And I gotta say, 1 hour is looking pretty nice. See, we're riding above this 9 moving average, that little green one right there, and seems to be doing that very strongly, even just on the 1 hour. Now, if we zoom out, we can get a little bit better look and see what's going on. Kind of zooming a little out there. If you zoom way out, you can get an even bigger picture of what's going on. Maybe zooming out there a little bit too much. Basically, this shape, that shape on some of my other charts. Make this inverted head and shoulders type pattern. Has a 64% chance to come back to retest that breakout area, and it seems to be that's what we've done. Are we through with that? Could be. Kind of thought we might linger there a little more, or possibly revisit it, but today is looking like we're starting to make some ground recovering. Let me come back up to this nicer chart. And this chart's just a little bit cleaned up. And you see this 200 moving average, this yellow line here, very important line. So the basic rule is that on the weekly, if we're above that, things are good, bullish, expect more price to go up overall. And if we're below it, oh well, not so good. It's bearish, officially bearish. But we expect prices to come down. Currently, we've reclaimed that. We dipped below it, and this gets a little nerve-wracking. But now, price is above that on the weekly, so we've made a very good recovery. So it's a good sign if we can just hold that. Very good sign. And look at me. You're an idiot. You haven't even started with the screen yet, man. My apologies. Well, just about 5 minutes lost, I guess. Let's start this over again, looking at the green on the daily here on Crypto Bubbles. Stacks is up very nicely. Sui is up very nicely. I&J, Caspa. Render's holding its ground pretty well. Solana's doing even a little bit better there. That's $16. And now we come over to Bitcoin and looking on the weekly here. Let's just zoom out. So I mentioned a head and shoulders while I had you guys lost behind the on air sign. And that's the pattern that I see that we are retesting, and I've got this drawn out with a white line there, but that number also comes down to this area about right at 24,000. So there's still room for us to test further to the downside, but on the weekly, we've made a strong recovery of this 200 moving average, this yellow line right here. very bullish sign. We can hold this ground. We've got a very good chance to start recovering some of this real estate that we lost, right? So we could actually start moving back up to around 28,000, maybe up to 30,000 if we can maintain that. But there's a few things that we got to take care of on the smaller time frames to confirm that. And that would be that inside this kind of rising megaphone pattern is actually a bearish pattern, but we should be able to get at least 2 or 3 touches from this bottom, right? Which we found support here. We're going to the upside, so we're good as far as that goes for right now. Chances are we will come up until we get rejected, and then the next time we come back down to test this line, it may not hold for us. For right now, we're looking for more upside. So we were following this line here. We got to break up to that. So it's basically leading us up to the top of this pattern, or to the top of this trend line. And this is also a rising or a falling channel, or a falling wedge. So we have about a 70% chance to break to the upside. So odds are looking very good. We've reclaimed some ground here with our moving averages on the daily. You see that price is above the 9. That is this green one. And also the 21. Now this 9 moving average, the green one will cross that red one. And that'll be bullish too. But it's bullish already. The price is above those two. Getting hung up right here on the 50 moving average. And that's right around 27,000, that area. So my struggle here just a little bit. We got a good chance to start digging ourselves out of this. So over the next few days, we can actually look for prices to come up, and we may get a pump up, and we could see these areas right at 28,000, or just slowly work our way up there, kind of make kind of a V shape there, and we may find some rejection and kind of struggle here with it for a while before we go up. Just kind of have to feel that out day by day, but just the point of making it past this trend line, breaking to the upside of that, that is a very, very positive sign. So this 100 moving average is coming in around 27,500. So that's the target that's what I've got my eye on right there. I'm going to go ahead and mark that guy. And coming down to a 4-hour time frame. Just makes me feel better about what I saw on the daily, because look, that looks very, very bullish. And you can see we've got a pennant here. It's a bull pennant, bull flag, if you will. And there's actually a measured move that we could take on that to give us an idea of where price could go based on this price action. So let me grab that. Move that to the breakout point, and we've got another target right here, 28,560. That is where, on the 4-hour chart, I'm looking as a very plausible next target. And on the daily, we talked about 27.5. Now we're looking at 28.5. And let me go ahead and mark that one as an actual measured move. So for the trades that I have open, perp trades, that will be the area that I'll be targeting, about 28.5. Maybe front run it by a little bit there. But overall, things are looking good for Bitcoin. If we come back to the daily, and it just really seems that we got the retest of this area, found support there. Support resistance flip is basically what this transfers into, the neckline of this inverted head and shoulders pattern. About 70% chance to break through the upside out of this falling wedge, coming to the upside. And from there, we just got to get past 30,000, test that area, see if we can make it up just a little bit higher. But it appears that that is where we're going, although we do need to be a little bit cautious about our indicators as things are starting to get just a little bit in the overheated territory. Let me zoom this in just a little bit. See, our stochastics are topped out here, which they can linger up there for a little while, but they're going to start making their way down. The good thing that we have going for us is money flow starting to come up. That's this red line right here starting to come up, but our VWAP, volume weighted average price, is leveling out there. So we can continue with this move, but I do expect some rejection right around here, about 28,000 and 27.5 at the 100 moving average. So we'll probably get a little hiccup in sideways trading at those prices. But overall, things look good. Now let's take a look at altcoins. And first, to gauge altcoins, we need to look at a few other things, such as total 2, to get a feel for what's going on. And currently, how I'm viewing this is that we are in an inverted head and shoulders, and that we found support here at this area for our right shoulder, which was also had support at the 618 Fibonacci. So and we're also in a falling channel, which also has that 64% chance to break the upside, right? So this is pretty much what I'm anticipating, is that this pattern will complete, become valid, which should be good overall for altcoins. So just have to keep an eye on this, because it was looking like we were getting ready to lose this area at the 618. But now it looks like we may have bottomed out there. Indicators are looking good. MACD looks gorgeous, like it's getting ready to do something very bullish here. So give this one just a few more days for confirmation there, and we'll feel a whole lot better about altcoins. That we may start seeing a little improvement in altcoins. One thing that we need to check to give us a better idea about how altcoins will perform overall, of course, is Bitcoin dominance, which has been going up quite a bit lately. Now, when Bitcoin dominance goes up, altcoins usually suffer. And it means that Bitcoin is outperforming these altcoins. So if you're trying to grow Bitcoin, you just kind of have to ask yourself, is it better? I mean, if Bitcoin is outperforming most of the altcoins, maybe I should hold on to my Bitcoin just a little bit longer. And even though the altcoins are at these great low prices, if I'm selling my Bitcoin to buy it, or if I'm trading a Bitcoin pair, well, as Bitcoin continues to go up, well, in altcoin prices will continue to go down in Bitcoin, so you'll be losing out on your Bitcoin. So we're waiting for Bitcoin dominance to find a peak and then start coming down, and that will be the time to snag altcoins in the Bitcoin price, or with Bitcoin pairs, or to sell your Bitcoin to dollars to buy altcoins. But if you're just using USDT stablecoin, hey, it is a good time to buy. Hey, Striga's in the house. Striga, my man, glad to have you here. So we got Bitcoin dominance just being very, very strong. And we did a support resistance flip right here. Top of the line, man. Do have 3 touches right there. But it's going to be pretty much up from here, you know, with just your standard pullbacks, putting a lot of focus on the Bitcoin, driving Bitcoin up and just kind of leaving altcoins in the dust, or at least diminished. Now we come down to total 3, which very, very pleased to see that we got support here, right? Because this has been a little concerning. But it is overall, after we kind of zoomed out, take the new data that we have, it is in a more bullish pattern now. Let's see if I can straighten this up a little bit on the daily. I think I was looking at it actually on the weekly. Now the daily, it makes more of a channel. And I was looking for total 3 to even come down further, but it looks like we caught support about the same area we caught it over here too. So maybe that'll stick. We also had a little bit of a bullish divergence there that kind of helped us out. Not as strong as I would like to see, but enough to give us a decent bounce, I believe. So just have to keep our eyes on this. Now this is altcoins minus Ethereum, so this is the one that could drop on us. I do want to take a quick look at Ethereum, but I also want to take a look at the dollar. I believe the dollar has been coming down, although it seems that it may have found support here too temporarily. It does look quite bearish that it may continue down with the moving averages and how they're crossing. So that will be helpful. Although it may want to continue up right here and retest this 100. Some of the indicators are indicating that it might have a little steam in it. But overall, it should be coming to the downside. And so that should help Bitcoin and that should help crypto. Come over and check ETH here. Daily looks promising. We regained the 9 moving average there. So that's important for some more upside movement. So we're geared to come up here about 1790 in that area. Check this out on the 4-hour. Resembles a bump and run pattern. Moving averages are looking nice. It's above all 3 of these just bunched up together. They're crossing well. So it looks like ETH is getting ready to do something on some of the smaller time frames. Stochastics look ready to rip. MACD is looking just fine, but man, those stochastics are ready to do something. Still got to see some money flow coming to the green, and looks like it's trying to do that too. And when that happens, boom time. Looks like we may be hitting up to around 1800 on Ethereum. I would say over the next day or so. Poor old Ada, poor old Cardano, man. Taking a licking. It is fine as a good support here. According to the moving averages, you know, it's trying to bottom out here. Now, will it hold? I don't know, man, because this one's, you know, overall, it's not the greatest pattern to be in, as it very well could be a bear flag. Let me zoom out and just take a gander. Now on the daily, I do like that the MACD is starting to turn up down here at the bottom. The histogram's already, let me move this over here. Histogram's already headed toward the 0 line, right? And the MACD's looking like it wants to cross bullishly. So over the next few days, that's what we'll look for happening. And maybe it has bottomed out. The daily has kind of got that stiletto heel kind of shape to it. It's just how they look, but it can also be on the larger time frames when you zoom out, whereas on the shorter time frames it looks more like a triangular pennant. On the larger time frames zoomed out, it looks more like a channel, which is just a little bit more bullish. So it looks like we may be getting a bump up for Cardano if it plays its cards right. Everything goes well with Bitcoin and the crypto. Might get a little love for Cardano. It needs it, man, but it is in a pretty decent pickup place for anybody just getting into it. It hasn't been over here since January. And between then, January and then, it went up to 46 cents. So not a bad come up over a 6-month period. Not bad at all. Strega says he's iffy about ADA. It's tempting to me around these price points, but I've already got a good sized bag of ADA that I've stashed away, and I want to put my money somewhere else. Go ahead and drag that trend line. What is that on? We went through some candles. Okay, trend line's up there. On the weekly, okay. So it looks like and it wigged down to the trend line. And they do have that 64% chance to come back and retest those breakout areas or the trend line itself. Maybe it caught there, or it could come on back down to 22 cents. Just kind of have to see there. On the weekly, man, the MACD looks like it's just getting started to the downside. But I can't say too much because Bitcoin is also doing that, and I'm watching that closely. Now I'm seeing some rounding going on right now on the weekly on the histogram here. So a lot different from what we've seen before, especially when we had those big drops. So I'm keeping my eye on that. It looks like the pullback may be slight, where we're doing something kind of like that, and then our moving averages are crossing something like that, and that's not bad. What I don't want to see on here is for these guys just to keep on coming down. That means we're going back to around 20. But the first scenario could be us just going sideways for a little while. So watching the weekly closely, and also watching the 3-day. Now the 3-day, we just got a dot on BMC here, so the stochastics are looking like they're getting ready to do some damage. So it's looking like we may overcome that weekly MACD. It looks like Bitcoin might be getting ready to do something. And could be wrong, but I don't think so. I think I am getting the signs that we're getting ready to, early signs that we're getting ready to make a move. And I can't find a rocket ship anywhere. Just saved my life, man. That's what I think we're getting ready for Bitcoin. I just don't know how it's going to affect our altcoins. The Bitcoin dominance is ready to support this, but it looks like a good chance that Bitcoin's getting ready to do something. And I got to arrange my portfolio to take full advantage of that. come over here to the KuCoin list. Should have one general overall right there. So we got stacks, which looks like it's been pumping today. It's above the 200 on the 4 hour. Hold that area. That's excellent sign. It's getting ready to do more major damage. Is it a good time to buy it? I would say never at the tops. It's just hard to see on the 4 hour because there's so much to look at. So this makes a little bit more sense right here. Candle bodies to candle bodies. It's got a lot of area to play around with, and a lot of different ways you could look at that. Actually, could look like a falling wedge with a retest, maybe. But we got some new information, so if we just spread that out, actually, I would be looking from that one to that one, and that almost fits perfect. So just a nice channel there. So got to see a little bit more strength out of this one. But we've just come from about 50 cents all the way to 62, so not too much pressure, you know? And we're retesting this 50 moving average on the daily right there. So maybe a little bounce in between about 57 to 62 until it gets enough strength to kind of bump up above that 63 cent area. But Stacks has been doing very well, kind of making a bump and run type pattern there. And if we tighten up our trend lines, kind of got a bullish megaphone, a downward descending broadening pattern. And those actually have a 72% chance. Great to the upside. So just a little bit better than your falling channel there. Measure move take us up about 81 cents if we break out here. With this chart and chilling tonight, hanging out, listening to music, looking at the coins that make us happy and some that make us cry. Take a look at SWE. One that I don't have. But it looks like we got that breakout. Now I'm on the daily. I'm going to adjust this line just a little bit there. And it is above that one too. Even after just that little adjustment there. Get right on that candle body. Yeah, looks like a breakout. Do we have the volume behind it? I can't see because we got little messages there. Let's take those guys off. So on the daily above the non-moving average, above the 21 now. We can hold that. That's good. Stochastics are up a little high, but it seems like it can still have a little bit more steam. MACD says it can. RSI is just now getting into bullish territory. Almost there, 1 point away from saying I want to rock and roll. SWE looks like he's getting ready to do something. Also in that very nice sending megaphone type pattern. Good chance for this to break out, hit 91 cents. And I'm sitting here in my head saying, should we trade this? Looks like it would be a good trade and probably a good swing or maybe a midterm hold for some people. It's not a bad price. It did hang out around $1.20, $1.15 for the longest. Just has lots of coins in circular, a big total supply, big maximum supply. Sergey says, I've just been watching, but seeing Bitcoin drop a bit today was wild. Seeing it go up, it was wild for me. Because it went up with a lot more vengeance than what I had thought. I can't buy Bitcoin on my chart anymore. We'll just look at Bitstamp. Oh, that big wick right there, yeah. 27, then all the way back down to, which is gradually going up. Man, look at the Ichimoku cloud. That's what you want to see for up, right there. Going from a spindly red to a spindly green, and that means I'm up. It's far away from the price. That looks picture perfect. Kind of like this one wants to do the same thing. And this is on the 4 hour. Me starting to feel bullish on Bitcoin. I need to get more Bitcoin, man. You guys can drop it back down here 25 again if you want to, one more time. I'm just saying. Check on Ori. I think it's above $3 now. $3.05. Yep, baby. Is that a breakout? Doesn't have enough volume on it that I want to see. Volume's dropping off while price is going up. That's a little bit of weakness, but we're above the 100 on the 4 hour. Looks like we'll shoot up here around 330. Between 318 to 330. That'd be cool. See, getting in about 260. Should be up about 15% on that. Got the green dot. Go ahead. It's a BitBoy dot. Opulus. It's another one I think can probably do some stuff, man. Has to do with music NFT. It's on Algorand's chain. So that's kind of, out there. But they're doing some cool stuff. Now, zooming out in the bigger picture, I think we got some room to round out through here in the buy zone. And my buy zone was pretty big. It was from 6.5 cents. Wow, really? All the way up to 14? But it had recently been all the way up to 30. And I think this thing can hit several dollars. So I'm going to grab this trend line here. See if we got some angles showing up yet. Ooh, I hope it don't show up like that. It does. Now, is that a wick or is that my box? No, that's my box, so that doesn't count. So right now we're kind of looking at that, and that does fit nice with that angle. But it may take a little bit to round out here over time. Could come back to 6.5 cents. Kind of like in a range, maybe. But MACD right now on the daily is pointing to the upside, so interesting to see what this one's going to do. Take a look at Nakamoto gains. And on the daily, still hanging out in that area. It's been there, what, all week? Wow. Right at 28 cents. Just can't get it to come down here in my bargain area, man, other than just dipping this wick in there just for a split second. Just the tip, baby. Just the tip. Right. Oh, it did it twice? You came back and got in there again. Sneaky little. All right. So basically things look pretty strong on this. Just looking at the moving averages here, we're above the 9, so that on the daily, that's a good sign. We just reclaimed it, so it's going to keep trying to go up a little bit more. $21's about to cross the 100. Give it another couple of days there. And then we may be actually breaking out of this larger falling wedge here. If so, targets of 33, 35, 37, 38 cents there. Or more. Could be on the horizon. That'd be cool. So what are we looking at? 20 to 40% in that area. I think this one's a good long-term hold. At least that's what I'm trying to do with it. Now, I think we took a look at... No, we haven't taken a look at Sinverse yet tonight. So Sinverse may be starting to turn around a little bit. Looking for the possibility that it could come down to this area. Gosh, that would not be fun to watch it do that in my portfolio. But it may not have enough steam to make it down there. So checking out the 4 hour, get a feel for this. Looks like it is reclaiming some ground nicely right there. Trying to break out of this falling wedge pattern. Spiked up there a few times. Not enough guts so to get up there and close right now. And right now on the 4 hour, stochastics are coming down, money flow, VWAP's coming down, red dot on market cipher, which means that these lines right here are just crossing, and VWAP's going underwater. So it's a quick, easy signal. Hey, pay attention. Something's coming toward the van. So holding above the 50 on the 4 hour, and that's good. And we're above the 9s, and 9's headed that way. So moving averages are set up for success here. Looks like we're going to flag out a little bit and got a good chance to go for a breakout. Come up to 0.5 a penny, 0.005 area. Pretty cool. That would be about a 20% gain. And I was able to snag some of this up right around just a little over. Is that 0.4 of a penny? And that's cool when you can actually get some of these when they come down at a bottom. When they go up just a little bit, you see it move quite a bit in some of these coins. when they're down to these 0, 0, 0s. Those little moves can make a nice little difference. This has been mostly a boring day. I can get that. I can feel that. Just certain coins are popping off. The other ones are still at the lows that they haven't been to in a while. And even the ones that are popping off today, I mean, it's still at a bargain price that they're at. One of them that didn't get shaken up very much, which intrigues me, because I have very little of it, is Trios. And I just haven't found a good place to go in on this one yet. Or at least that I thought was cheap enough to go in on it. Because I looked at this one back in October, November, that's when I first, back through here when I first started talking about it. That's where I got a little bit of it, and I was hoping it just takes off, you know. So a small bag of this, but wouldn't mind having more. It just won't come back to a good level where I feel comfortable at. 250, maybe I'll think about that. Got to admit, it's a strong one though. Let's clear all this old stuff off because that's been a minute. Basically, it just looks like a rising channel. That lines up nicely, really. Doesn't line up perfect, but it does fairly well. So we can rock with that. There's some, we call it divergence if you go by this one over here, but to me that just kind of weakens. Looks like it's not going to stop till it gets up around 450. But it looks like it's getting ready to take another leg up there. 1, 2, 3. Just one I missed out on and kind of wish I had more of. This was an important area right here. $2.11. So maybe later in the market I'll get a second chance there. What we got going on here? Gonna go with that one too at 256. But yeah, if we ever break this trend line, we're probably on our way coming down a lot further. We're trying to get in now. I just don't. 313. We got lucky, maybe 290. Price is now at 353. And just look like 440, 460 are in the cards for Trios. Taking a look at INJ. Where did you go, KuCoin INJ? Just spot price. There you are. A lot going on that chart. Daily stochastics going to the upside, had some bullish divergence right here, so that's a good sign. MACD is looking very nice. Getting ready to cross, give it a couple of days. And histogram's getting ready to head for that 0 line. Daily looks good. Moving averages here, the 50 and the 21 coming to the downside, aiming for that 100. So curious how that's going to stumble us out a little bit. May give us a hiccup somewhere around 660, 665. 4 hour. Looks like it's look like it wants to go up. So maybe shooting for that 670. Let's see, 100 moving average is coming in at 650. So those will be those tricky areas. But a good chance to go for that. That would also be a possible bearish retest of this rising bearish megaphone pattern. So might be a good place to take profits somewhere under 720 because signs have it that after we get out of that area from 650 to 720, maybe looking at some much lower areas, maybe down to $4. Just what the charts say. I am watching this orange parabolic line though. So there are a few other areas I got to see it cross before I go really mega bearish on it. Not a members in the house. Have you looked at VRA recently? I have not, but we can look at that right now. That's veracity, right? So we got some old work over here. Oh, wow, that's embarrassing. Adam and Eve. Made a nice Adam and Eve. But, you know, maybe one tail sign would be, it's kind of weird to have that in the middle when it's a bottom pattern. But it sure did make that shape. And that was where? What, 007, 006 area? So now, after all this time, let's go to the daily first. So it looks like a falling wedge now. After everything is said and done and played out, looks like a nice falling wedge. Stochastics are a little toppy. Still got a little bit of room to go. MACD looks like it's getting ready to rock. So things look like they're getting ready to head up on the daily. 4 hour, we're below the 200, so we gotta get up above that. That might be a little struggle. At 4/10 of a penny, 4.5 tenths of it. How do you say this? 0.0045. 4 hour looks like it can go sideways and start stumbling to the upside. So got some legs going on here. Prices above the 9 and the 21 and the 50. Yet below the 200 and the 100 on the 4 hour. So we've got some more work to catch up there. And in the shorter time frame, we can look at this trend line, which it's been testing and trying to retest that. This time it might actually do it because we got a 72% chance to break to the upside with this particular pattern. looks promising. Good 15% if we come up to the top of the larger pattern there. And a measure move takes us right up to that same area. Not remember saying anything about adding a little bit more. Not a bad time. And how far was it down? That's not too big of a drop there. Was it about 6%, 5%? Yeah. If it's a long-term hold, it's nothing. Yeah, no big deal. Now on the smaller time, well, segment here, and it got rejected there once. You might be able to see it 0.00404 somewhere in that area, 405. If you wanted to hold back on some for a spot, because there's that chance that this will break to the downside, and before finally does start taking off. But just depending on your trading goals or your overall goals, I mean, right now could be a good time. Take a look at render token. I don't think we did this, did we? Well, today they were above the 4-hour, which is awesome. It looks like this trend line is going to hold, even though we wicked through it, showing a little sign of weakness there, making me think that we're getting ready to, hey, these bargain areas may come into play. It looks like it may take us a minute to get there. Now, eventually this pattern will break to the downside unless you do get lucky, it breaks to the upside, and then it's going to take off like crazy. But what we usually find is they eventually do break down to the downside. So these targets down here may take a while, but may still get there over time. So I'm gonna just let them hang out just in case. Because we also got some other scenarios that could go on. I mean, we still got a possibility of doing a inverted head and shoulders to get down here. But currently we're going up on render. And I actually got mine pulled off the exchange and onto a wallet because I got it to hold. So, although I'm tempted to look at, I was tempted to, I moved it. If I hadn't left it there, I would have been selling out up here trying to do a trade on it. Because it looks like we got a real good possibility of getting rejection up here at these levels, 232, maybe up here at 245. That would give us that kind of head and shoulders scenario, and this one's a nice one. This one ain't one of those, hey, we're trying to fit something that ain't there. This one's just spelled it out as a solid neckline, left shoulder, head, especially if this one doesn't get past the top of that shoulder. Oh yeah, textbook. Wow. Hello, buy zones. So I guess I'll start trying another bag at these areas. Take a look at Aptos. We're hoping for a double bottom over here, man. Oh. Well, it did double bottom, but it just couldn't make it past this area right here at 974. When was that? That was June 4th. We had a big drop down here to this area. And so I guess the question is, are we going to break out of this this pattern, man? MACD's getting ready to go on the daily, but man, looks like it's going to have a little bit of a struggle there. So maybe up to 8. Might see 813 out of it, but looks like it's going to have a little bit of... Looks like if it does get up here, it's just going to struggle with sideways. It's the read that I'm getting on that right now. It's not very strong on the daily. 4 hour looks like it's maybe trying to do something. But Aptos, it did come down to about what, 605. Those are some great places. Oh, wick down to 531. Those were some really good buys. I was through there. Sadly, I did not partake of that. May be a chance. Well, even that's at 644. There are some good signs here on the 4 hour though. It's breaking above the Ichimoku cloud in there. 4 hours looking pretty positive. So maybe we'll see 756, maybe on up to 840. $8. Slowly, surely. Taking the data that we have now, we're looking at that guy. Just a little bearish, but you know, still got a decent chance to break to the upside on it. Gotta still keep your eyes on that one. Striker says the weather's about to get really crazy, and the whole world's about to get really crazy. The whole world's been crazy. Here's one that AI says should do 100x. Called Dodo. I think it's on Binance Smart Chain, maybe on Ethereum too. I'm not sure. I think it's a finance play, but it's been up there before, man. Where is it? Here. Let's look at the market cap and everything. Some of you guys may be familiar with it. I've traded it before, but can't say that I remember doing a whole lot or accomplishing a whole lot with it. 1 billion in tokens, but I did see price. I was surprised by how price did perform with it last time. So 1 billion maximum supply, circulating supply is almost half that, 417 million. Market cap 38 million. So decently low. All-time high was $8.38. All-time low was just 10 days ago. So So we made a bigger bottom there. But we've been up to around the $6 range. Yes, there could be some potential here. I'm just saying. And maybe that's why Chat GPT likes it. But the weekly chart just looks rough. Daily chart looks like it's getting ready to do. It is getting ready to do something. Let's look for some more signs here. Stochastics are up at the top though, so it's gonna take a little steam out of that move. MACD's wanting to rock. MACD says, I want to go. RSI's got just some weak divergence. So I've picked up a little bit of this, but I'm trying to decide if I need to pick up a little bit more. And I would say being at the same lows that we were in December, and hadn't seen for, gosh, I don't know. May have been the first time. We technically made a lower low, but currently retesting the previous low. So we're at the area which was the bottom last time, and we need to make it above it. It's a good time for a long-term hold. It's going to 90 cents would be, yeah, going to $9 would be your 100x. Just interesting. WAN chain, here's one I still got from the last run. I just let it stay on a WAN swap, just doing whatever it can do over there. I missed the chance to sell that one in a high because it was at WAN swap doing what it was doing. It's just stayed there. But I didn't have a whole lot of it then, but now it's kind of grown. And we're still in bottom territory here. Now WAN can get up to, where did you go last time? Up past $1. About $1.80 maybe? Did you get up to 250? Oh. I'm sure I was in and out. And I think I started getting back into it right over here. But I think it is definitely an interoperability play in it. They do have bridges to Ethereum, to Polkadot. Swear I thought I saw FET in a pool. Doge Chain, they have XRP. So you can get XRP on WAN swap. If you're restricted from getting it somewhere else or can't get it on an exchange, you can actually buy it on WAN swap. So it's just currently it's in a good support area. Trying to see if we've lost it or we regained it. Flirted with losing that support area at 17 cents. That's the cheapest I've seen it in a long time. And it has gotten down to about 13, but I mean, even past memory from the last cycle, you know, it didn't stay under 20 too often. Or at least under 18, put it that way. You might see something in the 20s, but around 18 or below, very rarely. But it's got room to go, especially if it can get up to $1.60, $1.20. I'm cool with that. Maybe that little bag will turn into something. Gotta take a look at Doge. See what old Doge is doing. Oh, well, that's a messy chart. That looks a little better. I can mess up a chart, man. Don't want to cut through that, man. Gives us a higher target anyway, maybe 9 cents. We all know Doge is going to get back up there, man. It's going to get back up to around 25 cents. We know it. 27 cents. Just going to take a little time. But still in a good accumulation zone, I think. They'll probably be in this zone for a little while. But I'll have to keep an eye on zone because a lot of times, right before you'll see Bitcoin take off in the actual bull run, Doge will front run that. And so it's, watch out for those little meme rushes. Overall, we're just looking for the best bombs that we can find out here. And, you know, I'll look at them all night long. Somehow for me, it just doesn't ever get... I never get bored trying to find a bottom to look at. Whoopsies. Alright guys, thank you for sticking around, hanging out with me tonight. Let me just ramble on. All these different projects, all these different coins. Just giving you my insight on it.
For those of you out there that have been hitting that like button, I just want to say thank you. Thank you very much.
You guys, I want to say goodnight and end the stream. Not a member, Strega. Appreciate you guys stopping by, man. And I want to try to keep the streaming up. Get a little bit more consistent at it. I don't know if I can do this every day, but try to do it a lot more days. But until the next one, guys. And if I'm... There we go. Let's get some aliens. There's a lot of music for aliens. Have a good night, guys.
please subscribe, eh? And if you like what we do, then smash that like button too. And if you like to drink your dough, leave a comment down below. I like Radar Crypto. I like Radar Crypto. I like